Oh my goodness.
A safe space for makers.
Welcome back to the lab. 20 years ago, I had a master diabolical plan, or MDP, to build a functional 90-degree attachment for my Maglite. It all began with a few sketches. A proof of concept made from PVC pipe. Next, we designed our machining strategy and developed our tools. All of this ultimately led to a functioning prototype. This was also my very first machining project. This is my design intent for Gen 2. Our first problem that we have to tackle on this project are the threads. At first glance, it seems to be 20 threads per inch. That would give us a thread pitch of 50 thou, meaning that for every one revolution of the bell, we should see 0.05 of displacement. As you can see in this case, it's actually 200 thou. 50 thou times 4 equals 0.2. This is a 4-lead thread. So we ultimately have 4 threads starting 90 degrees from each other. Oh yay! I'd like to point out that 20 years ago I didn't even know how to cut a thread, let alone cut a 4-lead thread. Our next design challenge was the on-off switch. We wanted to maintain the original activation method. We accomplished this using a set of wedges. Applying a force horizontally would transfer it vertically, and we connected the circuit using a wire. The wire was probably the hokiest part of this whole design. In Gen 2, we're going to get rid of the wire. I kept the wedges, but added brass contacts to complete the electrical circuit. This design worked. Kind of. Comment below if you figured out why. I'm sure that some of you are wondering how I'm going to tackle the 4-lead thread. I entered 4 for the number of threads. It was really that easy. Not entirely unpleased with that at all. Well, at least now I'm done with the easy part. I've talked about it. So let's kick the tires and light the fire and hit cycle start. So as you can see, there's a little bit of chatter at the bottom of the hole, but other than that, not entirely unpleased. If you're new to the channel, you should know, I am not a machinist. I'm just a dude whittling parts in his basement, but it's not my mom's basement. This project has been on my bucket list since I left college. When I realized I was coming up on the 20th anniversary, I decided it was time to design and build a brand new one. That's what I love most about my Tormach 440. It allows me to build an entirely new world, one part at a time. Hashtag not sponsored. That wall's looking a little thin. Yep, that dog's not gonna hunt. Speaking of non-hunting dogs, this is exactly the look that they will give you when you program for a 1/4 inch end mill, but buy a 5/16 end mill. So without overstating the obvious, we had to make a new one. If you happen to be interested, all of the CAD files are available for download from Grabcad. Check out the link in the description. And if you are machining this at home, I will include my pitch diameter offsets in the description also. And with that, we are done with this part. Now it's time to move on to the contacts. And now it's time for the click spring part dismount. Oh, come on. What is this, amateur hour? Off camera, I 3D printed the plungers and cleaned up the contacts. And this assembly is held together with some itty bitty 0.80 nylon screws. I'm literally testing this for the first time. Success. Well, kind of. Nuts. The intermittent on and off is due to the fact that I have more travel in the bell than I actually have in the switch in the Maglite. Here, look at the puppies while I fix this. You guys crack me up. Off camera, I added a groove for the snap ring. and a boss to the 3D printed part. I also decided to get with the times and added an LED bulb. Now I've captured my design intent. On and off with rotation and an adjustable beam. Fun fact, the light can be turned on and off using the handle. Not part of my design intent, but I'll take it. As far as making this a saleable product, there's kind of one problem. Your traditional Maglite that you buy today is an LED Maglite, and the LED is not easily replaceable. So in order for this modification to work, you need the original incandescent Maglite. Well, I don't know about you, but I've had enough fun for one episode. I'd like to thank you very much for your time. If you feel that I'm worthy, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. I'm Tim from Last Bastion Labs, your safe space for makers.